welcome back to the channel. What we're going to be doing today is we have our brand new colony. We're going to take a frame of brood from the established colony and put it over here to help it grow quicker. So we'll be taking the top off here, finding out how strong they are. Then I'll be taking the super off of this and moving a frame of brood over here. We'll be doing a quick inspection of both hives while we're doing it. So let's get going. The new hive has already started to seal up the hive with propolis, which is good. Close this for now because I have plenty of room in here. And what we're going to do is smoke this hive. Then I have to take the flow super off, which is going to be kind of heavy. So we're going to open up the windows so I can use them as a handle. You see they all run right in the hive. Okay, let's see. Got this glued down. There we go. All right. There's the queen excluder. So we'll keep the queen from coming up into the flow hive. Now, last time I was in this hive, there was 3 empty boards, frames, and now looks like they are almost all full and have capped honey. And I'll show you one. We'll take this last one over here. Try out our new little tool. Oops. Now, in 2 weeks, they have made all that brand new comb. If you look over here, see the white? That's all capped honey, ready for food. And they're starting to put the new nectar in there. Now with all this new white comb, that's telling us that the shows that the honey flow is on and they're making brand new comb. Now what we need to do now is find the brood. Should be on some of these older boards, which we're going to check. And what we want to make sure is that we don't take the queen. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking up all the burr comb that holds the board. Okay, so here we are. Now we're gonna check for brood, which should be this one here. Now if you look here, they had some comb up top that had honey, and the bees are going to lick up all that honey and redistribute it back into a comb someplace so it doesn't go to waste. But what we're going to do, a little bit more smoke. And need the brush handy. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this out. We want to look for queen. Now you see in there, there's pollen, the yellow, that's pollen. And there's the brown here, is all brood. Which is cap brood, which is baby bees. I'm going to turn it over. We want to make sure you don't take queen. Now the queen, like we talked about before, will be much larger. See right here? That's a drone. The big eyes, kind of lumbers along. Alright. I think it's pretty safe to say that we do not have the queen here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shake these bees into the hive. So step back a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is lightly brush the bees off the board, and then we'll put it in the storage area for now. In its place, we're going to put an empty board. But what I want to do is I'm going to look for the queen again, make sure we find her, and then I'm going to move everything out and I'll put the empty board against the wall. But first, I need to take a quick picture. not going to do this. Alright, good. So let's look for the queen. I'm going to start from the inside. Now we won't be brushing any more bees off. Now all we're doing now is we're looking for uncapped brood, we're looking for larvae and eggs. In case we don't find the queen, that tells us that she's definitely here. If you look over here in the bottom right corner, you see all brand new honey put in there. And brood. See where I just blew? See those bumpy brood? Those are drone broods. The brood over here on the right is all worker bees, and the big bumpy brood is for drones. Now, the reason I'm blowing on the bees that are in a big group is you'll find that the nurse bees will hang out with the queen and circle around her. Well, I don't see her here. Again, that doesn't mean that we don't have a queen. We just need to. Now, see the comb on the bottom? As long as it looks like that, it's okay. But if it looks like it has one big cell, that means, like those there, those are empty queen cells. So in case they need a new queen, that's where the queen is. We want to make sure there's nothing in it. Oh. Okay. Oops. Looks like I squished one. We try our best not to squish bees. See over here? Look at that. All that brand new brood. The yellow, it looks like cotton. And if you look in this corner, you'll see larvae inside the open brood. They haven't covered it yet. So that means a queen is close by. Let's try the other side. Wow, look at all that brood. Okay, so we've decided to change board. This has more brood. So when you get ready to get the bees off, you want to make sure you give it one good hard shake. Make sure the queen isn't there, which we have. and then it's just one big drop. And I will put this one back. And then you want to make sure you get all the boards pushed over nice and neat. Okay. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put the queen excluder back on, and then the flow super back on. So a drone tried to get through. Okay, now you come over here, dear. See all these bees? What they're doing is they're trying to wave up the pheromone of the queen. Okay, now I'm going to put this back on. Go back to work. Come over here to the front. Look at the front. See how they're bearding? Okay. Now we will go to the other hive. This will be rather easy because we have empty frames in there. I just want to make sure that these bees come off. We don't want them on here because they don't belong in this hive. Okay.
There's one on that left side.
Yeah, I'm going to do it again just before I put it in. So, we'll take the top. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take an empty board from way over here that they have already started to glue together. Set it here. Now if you look down here, see all this comb holding everything together? It's called burr comb, and that's what they use just to keep their hive. You see up here, just keeps everything together. Okay, now we're going to take the transfer on, brush off these stubborn girls that don't want to leave. And drop it in. this off. Okay. And put the cover back on. Wrong hive, girls. Okay. And that's it. We'll do it again next week. So that's how we build up and add some strength to a weaker hive. Any questions or comments, please put it below. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.
Later.
So I almost forgot about the inspection of the bottom trays underneath the brood box. These trays are for moisture control, temperature control, and pest control. You can see up front here, this is the tray from the established hive. That's where the landing board is. Over here is from the newer hive. But you see how the debris is mostly up front. That's where the landing board is. And what we look for is we look for different types of pests, debris, or moisture. The good thing is both of these trays did not have a moisture problem. There are some ants and one dead bee on the right, and right there is some dripped honey that must have dripped down. And there's a drop of honey on the left hand side too. So what I did was I took some close-up magnified photos of the debris, and I wanted to see if there was any evidence of mites. And found some neat things, but the good thing is there was no moisture, so there's not a moisture problem. They're keeping the hive nice and dry, and there were no mites, which I was very, very happy to see. Okay, so we're going to start with the stronger hive here. Most of this is just debris, wax caps that have been dug off. But here off to the right you see something neat. That's what an egg looks like. It must have been discarded for some reason. And here's the newer hive, just waste, drops of honey, drops of pollen. But look at this, a bee leg, that's a larva, and that's a pollen pellet from a bee leg of a bee. Okay, so again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave it below. Click subscribe, like, and hopefully we'll see you at the next video coming soon. Have a great day.